こうせーの銀
What's good? Monsieur, Jovoni signing back on for my second vlog post. If you remember from my first vlog post, it was 24 hours till I moved to Tokyo, Japan. So I made it, thank God. I thank the higher powers that be. Also, really appreciate the support that everyone's left on Instagram and the comments, the feedback, all that stuff. It's meant the world to me, whether you know it or not. It gives me the confidence to kind of venture out on my own and build my confidence to do my thing here in Japan. So I've only been here for about 48 hours. So I can't really tell you, I'm not an expert by any means, but I can share with you my experiences. Two things, I guess we'll get to the serio stuff. It's not the Spanish, but we'll get to the serious stuff first, and then we'll get to the noteworthy kind of stuff. Two things: learn as much Japanese as possible before you come. It's just gonna make your life that much easier. When you get here, you can communicate. You don't need someone else there to kind of like to ask not even complicated questions, but simple questions, and to do simple things. When you're in stores and stuff and have to communicate with someone else, it just makes it that much easier. Skoshi hanashimasu, which means I know very little, and it's a little challenging, so I'm really got to step my game up on that a little bit. Second thing is, if you're moving here, check in with your job immediately. Knock out your residency stuff, knock out your bank stuff. All that stuff is just clears your mind so you can experience the city and take it all in. You don't have to worry about, I know I have to do this tomorrow. So knock all that stuff out as fast as you can. That's really gonna help. Noteworthy moments. So two noteworthy moments so far have been, I dropped my girlfriend off my second day. I dropped my girlfriend off at the station. Then she was leaving for a couple of days, so I was on my own. So I dropped her off, and I'm on my way back. It's a 6-minute walk, and I end up getting lost. It's hilarious. I walked by my place like 9 or 8 different times. Didn't even realize it. So that was kind of funny and fun. Finally made it though, but it kind of pushes you to explore on your own. So that's kind of cool. Second experience was I'm a musician, so I need to go get speakers. Side note, if you're a musician, bring as much musical gear as possible. Music equipment is a little bit more expensive here than it is in Japan. A lot of things are more expensive in Japan than they are in America, so highly recommend like bringing over as much equipment as possible. Even the MacBooks, all that stuff is like, so the MacBook's $200, $300 more expensive. The music equipment, like anywhere from $100 to $50 more expensive. So just make sure that you can bring as much as possible. But anyway, getting onto the train for the first time to get to Shibuya, where the music store is, to meet my friend, I felt a bit like Harry Potter on Hogwarts, or platform 9 3/4 for the first time. I was like, oh, I'm here. Oh. So got on the train, and I hoped I was in the right place. Very timid. I'm the only American, and so it's like kind of you feel like, oh shit, they know I'm different. Oh God. Just hopefully I don't make an idiot of myself. Hopefully I don't get off at the wrong spot. So that was kind of fun. But made it to Shibuya. Ironically enough, as soon as I get to Shibuya, it's right when they're doing the Shibuya crossing. So I step off the station. For those of you who don't know, Shibuya is famous for as a crosswalk, which a hella people cross by. Now, to me, for the very first time, as an American, it felt like the experience that I had was 4,000 people were walking across the street at the exact same time, just people everywhere. And not to mention, it was like signs, lights, stores, everything going on at the same time. I felt like I was in like a virtual reality, overstimulated kind of experience. Like, oh my God, like it's just insane. It's like Back to the Future 2, when he goes to the future, and he's like, dang, and like holograms are popping out of him and shit. It was wild. It was really something cool to experience. And everyone there, sick style, sick fashion. Everyone there was super decked out and looked super lit. So it was a great time. I definitely recommend it. It is more on the touristy side. I'm in Setagaya, which is more of like the, I guess small big city kind of vibe of Tokyo. I kind of like that vibe more, but again, I've only been here for 48 hours. But that was very fun, and that was very dope. So definitely recommend checking out Shibuya. Got the musical gear, and yeah, so far it's been really fun. I got lost another time, and something I can share with you is pretty cool is, compared to a lot of big cities in America, I feel like they're a little bit more dangerous. You have to look over your shoulder, especially as a young black man. I'm just keeping it real. You kind of have to, be on be on your bonnet a little bit. So here, my head is in my phone, walking down dark alleyways, and typically I'm like overthinking, but here it didn't even cross my mind till I got to the train station. I was like, you know what? You walk down like 9 alleyways in the dark, kind of by yourself with your head in your phone. Like you know, and I did. It just like it just clicked as I sat down at the station, and I was like, you know what? I didn't even worry. I wasn't even tripping about like any of that stuff. So that's something that's really, really, really cool about this city and this culture. Everyone's very aware of how their actions affect everything and everyone around them. I appreciate that. I really love the fashion and the style, the food. They put art into everything, which for me as an artist, it just inspires me to kind of go that much harder. Very competitive though, so if you're going over here thinking like, I'm gonna roll this thing, you know, definitely by all means get hype and do your thing and stay on it. But it is very competitive. A lot of really talented people over here, foreign and domestic, that are really getting after it and doing a lot of great things. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, so if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them below. I'm more than happy to answer them. I'm not sure if I covered everything in my first 48 hours. Again, this is only my second vlog, so still kind of new to this. So still kind of figuring out, you know, how to spin this whole thing. So if anyone has any suggestions as well, please feel free to drop them, and more than happy to, you know, take them into consideration, all that good stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. Peace.
Al's voice.